Hello everyone. So in this video we'll discuss about AWS EFS service. So we'll understand what type of questions are asked in AWS certification exam for in EFS service. So a company requires a shared file storage solution that can be accessed simultaneously by hundreds of EC2 instances across multiple availability zone. Which AWS service is the most appropriate? EBS, EFS, S3, or instance stores. So EFS provides scalable managed network file storage that can be accessed concurrently by thousands of instances across availability zones, multiple availability zones. EBS is typically for a single instance and S3 is object storage. So which protocol does Amazon EFS use to allow Linux-based application to access file system? So the C is the correct answer. Yes, Amazon EFS uses standard NFSv4 protocol, making it compatible with existing Linux based application without requiring code changes. So, what happens to the storage capacity of an Amazon EFS file system as you add or remove files? It must be manually resized by an administrator. It actually scales up or down based on usage. It is mixed at the time of creation cannot be changed. It scales only when you purchase additional provisioned OFS. So Amazon EFS is fully elastic. Its capacity automatically grows or shrinks as files are added or deleted, eliminating the need to provision storage. A company wants to store infrequently accessed files in a more cost efficient way within their existing EFS system. What should they use? EFS storage class Amazon Glacier, S3 Intelligent Tire, or EFS One Zone. So the correct answer is EFS free infrequent access is a cost optimized storage classes for files that are not accessed daily, and it can be used in a common file system name alongside EFS standards. How does Amazon EFS ensures high availability and durability for your stored data? By storing data redundantly across multiple availability zones within a region, by backing up data on a S3 bucket in a different region every 24 hours, by keeping a single copy of data on highly reliable SSD, by replicating data to an on-premise data center. So the correct answer is A. EFS file system store data redundantly across multiple geographically separated availability zones within the same AWS region, ensuring data is available even if one zone fails. So a developer needs to access an EFS system from an on-premise server. What is required to enable a public IP address for EFS mount target, a VPN connection, or AWS Direct Connect, an IAM user with EFS admin permission, and S3 bucket as a bridge. So the correct answer is you can mount an EFS file system from on-premise system only if you establish a private network connection using AWS Direct Connect or a VPN connection. Which performance mode should you use for a file system that tens, hundreds, or thousands of EC2 instances will access simultaneously? General purpose max IO, bursting through output, provisioned through output. So the correct answer is max IO performance mode is specially optimized for application where massive number of compute instance access the file system concurrently. You want to encrypt your data in EFS at rest. When must you enable this setting? After the file system has been created and mounted, only when migrated data from on premises to AWS. At the time of file system creation, you cannot encrypt EFS at rest, it can only encrypted at the transit. Encryption at rest of Amazon EFS must be enabled at the time of the file system is created and cannot be enabled later. So, what is the primary difference between EFS and EBS? EFS is a block storage, EBS is a file storage. EFS is designed for shared file access, while EBS is designed for single instance block access. EFS is only for Windows, while EBS is only for Linux. EFS is significantly more expensive than EBS for all use cases. EBS provides a block storage for single EC2 instance, whereas EFS provides a shared file system system interface that can be accessed by multiple instances simultaneously. Which AWS service integrates with EFS to provide fully automated policy-based backups? AWS Trusted Advisor, SNS Backup, or CloudTrail? So the correct answer is AWS Backup is a recommended service that integrates with EFS to provide a centralized, automated way to manage and schedule backups. So if you need this data, you can comment and we will provide you this data to prepare for the exam. And you can share this with ones who wants to learn AWS and wants to clear AWS certifications. Thank you for watching.